So if you own a Honda Accord and you need to change your headlight, here's how you do it. Now the lift helps, but it's not necessary. You can do this with a floor jack or just crawl underneath the car. So first you're gonna pop all these little plastic clips off the front. Like that. And then once you remove all of them from the black piece as well, you can pull that up around the hood latch and out. Now with the car in the air, you can remove the two Phillips heads on each side in front of the wheel. With those out, you're gonna go underneath the car and start removing the ones that go across this front pan. And actually some of them are already missing. Once those are out, grab the bumper here and pull it away from you to release these clips. Then let the bumper hang and unplug your fog lights. Now you've got a 10mm bolt here, one right here, and one right there in the top. Carefully pull the headlight out of place. Find your bulb that's bad, twist, and there you go. Yes. Then just put it back together in the reverse of how you took it apart. 2008 Acura MDX. It was towed in. You want to take any guesses why? This one has the larger displacement 3.7 with variable valve timing. And it's probably not what you think either. We've got a dead battery. So if you were sitting there saying transmission, ha, not yet. This one will live to see another mile. But first, it's time to put an alternator in it. And we fully tested the system. The car with the jumper pack on it to run still doesn't even have 12 volts going through it. The alternator is putting out no current. And the alternator is located on the passenger side down here below the oil dipstick. It is right there. Kind of a pain to get out, but it can be done. And then we'll see if the customer wants a new one, a rebuilt one, or a used one. All right. 2000 Honda Accord Coupe will not move in gear. Let's fix it. And with the tire off, you can see it has busted the axle shaft right there at the knuckle and caught a brake line in the process. So let's get an axle, some lug nuts, and get this thing put back together. And new axle going in. Grease caliper pins, reinstall. Tighten up the CV axle nut. Install these two bolts that weren't installed the first time that caused the whole problem. '95 Honda Accord 4-door towed in for a no start. Pop the hood. Dirty cables. Let's clean. Ta-da. Little bit of sandpaper on drill and brand new. Tighten them down. A little bit of battery terminal cleaner. Nope. Looks like a battery issue now. One new battery later. Aha! There we go. And for shits and giggles, threw it on the rack, crawled underneath it, and check this thing out. This transmission is covered in fluid, just pouring. Looks like the pan is seeping too. But this transmission is just soaking. Now you wait and see what the customer wants to do. 2002 Honda Odyssey, and guess what we're replacing on it? You guessed it, transmission. But look at the oil leaks from this motor. Here's where your exhaust manifold goes down. Here's the engine block back behind it, and it is just shiny. Over here on the side, look at this. Look, oh my God. Even the transmission. Oh, there's a sticker underneath here.
And what does that sticker say?
I don't know, but look. There's a whole sticker that you couldn't see. I mean, this thing is just puking oil. Probably hasn't had a time ability. Look at that. Oh, God.
There it is.
Nasty. Oh, yeah. All right, so on the very dirty Odyssey, here's your update. There's our new transmission, and here is our motor and K-frame sitting on the ground. There's our bad transmission, and there's the hull of the van that once was. Nothing in there but the struts, boys. Drop the whole thing out the bottom. Pull the transmission off the K-frame. Gonna set the new transmission on there, tighten it down. K-frame goes back up into the car. And that's all there is to it. A few hours worth of work. We'll get it all back together. Probably not gonna finish it today, getting tired, but tomorrow, right? All right. So putting a fuel pump in this Honda Odyssey, which is super conveniently easy, if you take out the rear seats and fold the carpet up and you can get to it. However, what was in the tank is what I want you guys to see. And here we go. Looks like some brown liquor in there. And that's 2 different layers of liquid. The dark red stuff down there in the bottom, there's 2 layers of crap. So you can actually see it move. Get in here and see it.
See if you can dip out of it. See.
Nasty, nasty. So there's the fresh stuff that we put in it that's sitting on top. And then all that other is what was sitting in there before. Yuck. You can see the brown. Yeah, that's what's coming out. So let's fix it. So I couldn't think of anybody who would appreciate this more than Kentucky Life on TikTok. So here you go. This is my brother. This is his 90s Honda station wagon. And this 4-wheel tire fire decided to catch on fire in downtown across from our county office today on his lunch break to go pick up the kids. On his way to pick his kids up from school. His push button caught on fire, so he wired him a new one. All that spaghetti goes up through the fender. I brought the only wire I had, and it goes all the way down through here, back around here, up over there, down to the starter, which is over there. The other hot wire comes off. Had to put a new battery terminal on it because when it caught on fire, he just ripped the whole thing out trying to save the car. And yes, this is a 5-speed station wagon with a H-series motor from a Prelude stuffed in it. And here we go. Hey, looks like it worked. It's still a 9 out of 10 on the sketchy level, but it's alive again. PSA, if you own a Honda CR-V, a Chevrolet Avalanche, or a Jeep XJ, watch this video. We're gonna make all this faded trim go from this to this. You can even see where I started on the side of the door. And you're gonna need to find you a heat gun, just like this one here. These can be bought for about the same price as a gallon of bootleg alcohol. So these things have 2 settings on them. Right there you'll see off, you have low, and then you've got center of a hot pocket that was cooked 10 seconds too long. So let's go ahead and put it to that one. It won't take long, and it'll be at the same temperature your wife takes her showers. And when it starts doing that, you can literally just run this thing right across the bumper. Start bringing all the color back. And it'll work on any other trim on the vehicle that's faded. Make sure you don't hold this in the same spot for too long and use it at your own risk. Good luck. Do you want another fun fact about these old Honda CR-Vs that you didn't like me cleaning the bumpers on? Let me show you something. So we're about to put a transmission in this guy because it's shot. If you're gonna buy one of these cars, or if you wanna know if it's ever been apart before, these have VIN numbers on the transmission and the engine that you can check. That way, so when it's posted on Facebook Marketplace with 290,000 miles and it says, but the motor only has 70,000, it's a fresh new motor, you can check the VIN plate. So underneath the car on the driver's side, right where the exhaust goes up, is the VIN plate. And the last 4 of that are 5037. On the transmission, even when it's in the car, look straight down where it meets the motor, boom, 5037. Now, open your driver door, and there's the little tag down there, 5037. So if the last 4 digits match on all 3 tags, that means that this car has the original engine and transmission. There you go.